crypto warriors, changing our world day by day. The way of the crypto warriors, can't rely on the bankers, no way.
Hey guys, Bix Weir, roadrunner.com. Let's talk silver. But first, I want to announce that I am doing a live chat with my buddy Jean-Claude, about cryptos on Wednesday. Absolutely, cryptos are the wave of the future. You got to get in the right ones. We all know that. But we will be chatting at 3 p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow on his channel. His channel is Beyond Mystic 2, I think it's called now. Jean-Claude Beyond Mystic 2. So tune in for that. We're going to talk cryptos, all things crypto. So it'll be very fun. I haven't done just totally crypto in a while. Yes, I am absolutely on board with the cryptos. I just have one that I think will do better, at least for the time being, which is Theta. It should do better than the rest of them for reasons that I've explained 1,000 times. But I'm absolutely on board for the rest of the cryptos. Not all of them. I don't think all of them will succeed. And we will talk about that too. So it'll be a good crypto conversation. I know a lot of the people on the road to Ruta are like strictly gold and silver. Mainly strictly silver, and that's fine. You'll do fine in silver. Let's talk about silver. Where are we? How did we do this year? Crazy year. We hit not all-time highs. We hit extreme highs and extreme lows over the past 7 years, I think it is. The extreme low being the March, slammed down to, $12, below $12. You look at the year chart. Yeah, right here. Remember what was going on at that time? The Department of Justice was in there telling the market riggers in silver, it is ending now. And they even had to press charges against JP Morgan and say, we're going to charge you with RICO charges, which would have destroyed the entire banking facade. The largest bank in the world goes down. Everything else goes down. Everything. That's how powerful this fight is behind the scenes. So we saw the lows of there, and then the highs almost hitting 30, and then the slam down. Nothing new. Obviously, it's still 100% rigged. It's not going to be easy to take down the rig. It's going to take Trump or whoever's next to click a mouse and say, okay, the rig is over officially on this day. The banksters know this change is coming. Everybody knows this change is coming. We just don't know the day. And it's not going to be a situation where, oh, look, silver went up $10, $20, $30, $50, $100, $200. It'll be, we got a problem. We're going to shut down the CME. We're going to shut down the COMEX. We're not going to know the price of silver for a while, and then it'll come back in some form other than this criminal COMEX that we have now. All prices are rigged via computer programs. Why the CFTC was set up was to run cover for the rigging of the commodities, because you have to keep this system going. Without rigging the silver price, the system ends tomorrow. So, and that's coming though. That's coming, and that's where I want everybody to get in the right place. You need physical silver in your own possession only. No third party holding it. I don't care how nice they are. I don't care if they're my best friend, and some of my best friends have silver depositories. It doesn't matter. They can't control what goes on when the system falls down. If you have it in your own possession, you can control it. Same with cryptos. In your own possession only now, oh my God, now more than ever. You need cryptos in your own control. A quick comment on what I discussed this morning about XRP and Ripple. People saying, oh, why do you hate Ripple investors so much? I don't hate them. I've been trying to educate everybody for years now. Since I first discovered Ripple when I was trading it back with Cliff High and JSNIP4, I didn't even know what it was. And I did an online trade where I made some money, and I was like, wow, this is amazing. Not even knowing what it was. And then I did some homework, and I said, well, this will never work in the long term. And that's what I talk about. It is what it is. I don't have a problem with it. I do have a problem with the trolls from XRP who are vicious. But I've always had that problem. And everybody who's said anything bad about XRP has run into that gang of, they're paid for. Of course, the three bankers who control all the XRP, they can pay a lot of money to these trolls to go door to door in the chat rooms. So it is what it is with XRP, and we know it. My friend Bitcoin Ben's dealt with. Everybody's dealt with it. But the latest operation where they drove the price up, saying, "Hey, everybody get in because there's going to be an airdrop." Meanwhile, the big money was getting out, and then the criminal SEC lays down this lawsuit right after the airdrop. There's no coincidence. It was an operation. So I don't know where it's going to go from here. I don't think it's going anywhere. I don't think it will be the new SWIFT system. SWIFT system is absolutely necessary to run this criminal operation that's known as our fiat monetary system. So even if they I don't think they're scared of XRP at all, but if they got a whiff of something, it's a click of the fingers and XRP's gone. Because it was a security. It is a security. It's got the longest running ICO in history. It's still running. They're selling off billions in Ripple in XRP. And, it is what it is. I don't wish ill on anybody. And I so much don't wish ill on anybody that I've been screaming about it for a long time and suffering the slings and arrows from a lot of people. Like normal. I did the same thing with EOS. I didn't buy it. I didn't think it was an immutable blockchain. It wasn't. So there you go. All right, back to silver. Let's talk about where we are. Can we get over $600 in the next 2 days? It's not looking good, is it? $600 will come when the COMEX shuts down. And then it'll go up from there. Obviously, the gold-silver ratio is completely out of whack. I think it's like 75 to 1. It should be 1 to 1. There's about 6 billion ounces of silver above ground on planet Earth, and there's about 6 billion ounces of gold above ground on planet Earth. That gives you 1 to 1. In the ground, I think it's 5 or 6 to 1 right now, so maybe 5 or 6 to 1. 75 to 1? No. Look at the volumes of silver traded versus gold traded. I mean, everything screams the gold to silver ratio should be well below 10 to 1. Ultimately, I think it will go to 1 to 10. Why? Because we don't need gold. And there's a hell of a lot of it. We absolutely need silver for our high-tech future. That should not be in dispute by anybody. I don't think it is. So, if Biden gets in as president, look for silver to go through the roof as far as demand, because everything's going to solar panels and they're going to stop making cars and whatever the crazy liberals want to do. They just don't understand that what the kind of pressure that puts on a very limited commodity. Don't forget, they had to shut down the world's most secret, important military facility, the Y-12 facility in Oak Ridge, Tennessee, at the Manhattan Project. They had to shut that down because in the 1990s, because they didn't have any silver. They pulled 3 billion ounces out of there, potentially. 2.5 to 3 is my final conclusion on that one. And this is not, I'm not just making this stuff up. I have all the documentation. Like everything else, go to roadtoroot.com, look up Manhattan Project Silver or just Manhattan Project, and you'll find out everything you need to know about the secret silver that was used to make the first atomic bomb. And the guy in charge of it, General Greaves, admitted that the U.S. Treasury lied to the people about how much silver they had in their vaults. So it's nothing new for the U.S. government to lie to the people. So, again, go to roadtoroot.com, use the search function, you'll find it. All right, silver futures. Look at this day, Monday, huge. Almost well over half of all the silver that gets mined all year traded yesterday on this criminal exchange they call the COMEX. But let's take a look at who these criminals are and where they stand. The biggest interesting thing, we're about near the end of the month numbers, close enough. 9,000 contracts, 45 million ounces delivered. Not off the charts, but in any other year it'd be off the charts. We had a couple months that it was crazy. But the key is to look at the names and see what jumps out. Obviously, JP Morgan always jumps out. They're the number one silver rigger on the short and the long side. Look at all those contracts. These are the same people who just got busted for rigging the silver market, and yet the CFTC and the DOJ allow them to trade countless amounts of silver contracts and futures and then play with the delivery game. Look at all these contracts. Very interesting. JP Morgan, for their house account, pulled out. They didn't add anything to the party. They pulled out a total of 82 million ounces for their own house account the year that they were getting busted for silver manipulation. Where are the cops? But that's not even the most exciting part. Here's the most exciting. Scotia Capital, who, when the banking cabal, the criminal silver riggers were being slapped on the wrist back at the end of the first quarter, beginning of the second quarter, you can see what Scotia Capital did right here. There's the end of March. Look what happened. Nothing but deliveries. They took out a total of 66.6 million ounces out of the COMEX warehouses. Who knows what they did with it? Most likely they leased it over to SLV, authorized participants who are hedging their silver. That's what the SLV is used for. It's say, oh yeah, we got the silver over here at SLV, and oh, by the way, that's the silver that covers our short position on the COMEX. It's all a shell game, and a lot of this silver is not even owned by these authorized participants in SLV. A lot of it is leased to them by JP Morgan, Scotiabank. So it's like a double short position. So they tell the COMEX, oh yeah, we own the silver over at SLV. Here's our warehouse certificates. They can go short it on the COMEX, call them legit shorts. And oh, by the way, that silver that they have the warehouse receipts for, that's leased silver. So that's a double short. That's how ugly this is going to get. So clearly, it doesn't look like it's going to hit. The markets won't shut down between now and the end of the year. But remember, what does it take to shut down a market? One trade. 1 ounce of silver trades at $1,000. And there's nobody willing to sell their silver for anything less than these criminal prices. I don't know. We'll find out. My guess is it leaks into the first quarter of next year that we see the real craziness in silver. Right now, the top 4 shorts, these are the criminal banksters who are holding the price down, have added in the last week to their short position. It's 315 million ounce short position. So every dollar that silver goes up, they lose an extra $315 million. That's why they're so afraid. And these aren't normal entities. These are what they call too big to fail banks, meaning if they fail, everything goes down. That's what too big to fail means. All right. Cryptos are getting a little pullback here. That's all right. They've been hot for a long time, obviously. XRP is in the doghouse. Litecoin holding its own, 122. You know, people say, Bix, I thought Litecoin is the right coin. It is. It's a great cryptocurrency. It's just not my favorite for the next until Theta becomes recognized by the rest of the world for what it is. I think Theta will be in the top 10 within this year, which is a 10x move compared to everything else. But Litecoin is great, and Litecoin is the right coin as a means of exchange. When will we need a means of exchange? That is the big question. XRP and Tether, I think, why? Why mess with them? Anyway, watch my other XRP video. Tether, we know, is a fraud run by the crypto cabal. Yes, there will. Oh, by the way, as with everything, I've been screaming this for years, be ready for a dislocation of all asset prices. You won't know the price of silver or gold or cryptos when the banks go down. You will not know. There'll be no exchanges open. So that's why it's so important to have these in your own possession. And you're not going to be saying, oh, this is great. Like Cliff I said, we're going to hit $600 silver, but you're not going to like the world you live in a $600 silver world. I'm already not liking this world so much with all this COVID bullshit. But with $600 silver, you're looking at the crashing of the banking system. Obviously, just these 4 banks would no longer be in existence, and they're all too big to fail banks. So just keep that in mind. It's about hanging on to your assets for the next system, whatever it is. No, I don't believe in Nestra or Gestra, and obviously XRP is not going to be in that equation. I am more of the organic kind, that there will be no deciders, and ultimately we're going to have to go back to our Constitution. Gold and silver as money. And then cryptos, who owns the Bitcoin from Satoshi, the 1 million Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash? I think that'll be part of the U.S. monetary system. But that's my take. I know Alan Greenspan was involved in the early days, back before Bitcoin was a thing. I mean, my long shot bet, if I were to bet today, I'd put $1,000 on Alan Greenspan being Satoshi at 1,000,000 to 1 odds, and see what happens. Yes, Alan Greenspan was the world's best computer programmer from the 1960s, 70s, 80s, 90s, financial computer programmer. That's what he did. That's why he got into as the head of the Fed. He was in charge of the computer programs to rig the markets. He blamed himself for Y2K. So all this is at roadtoroota.com. If you want to join this crazy world we live in, get your head around what the hell I'm talking about, go to roadtoroota.com. Join today. Yes, we're giving away 10 Theta and 10 Theta Fuel loaded on a paper wallet. We also have instructions, step-by-step instructions on how to get a Theta node, Guardian node up and running. I think it is the most important crypto for our future because it is the future of the internet. It is the World Wide Web of the future, a decentralized solution to a gigantic problem. The biggest problem we're going to see over next year and the year after is going to be the lack of bandwidth capacity because everything is going online. Everything from what you eat, how you're entertained, how you work, everything, and there's just not enough room. You're going to see that little circle going round and round and round. And Theta is a solution. So that's my take. This is Bix Weir. Oh, don't forget, today, which is December 29th, I'll be doing a live chat at 10 a.m. Pacific time, 1 p.m. Eastern time. I will talk about anything. You want to talk about XRP, that's fine. Any trolls you'll get, if you're an ass, you're going to get booted. So don't be an ass in the chat room. But I'll talk about anything. I would love to talk about my take on XRP. And I want to know, XRP investors, why did you think the bankers would give up all their control? They need that control to run this criminal system. And it was 3 bankers that held 80% of all the XRP. That's just crazy to think that. Anyway, that's what we'll chat about. Love to chat about silver, conspiracy stuff. I'm talking to Jenny Moonstone soon. Paige is going to get back on the Word Wednesday. We've had a lot of holidays. She had finals, so we're going to get back on Word Wednesday. Hopefully post something tomorrow. I don't know yet. I haven't talked to her about it yet. But keep an eye out for that. Lots going on the Road to Ruta. By the way, join the Road to Ruta. It's free. Right here on the left side, put your name, email address in, and you will get emails as strange thoughts come into my head. All right? Hope you guys are going to hang in there and mainly hang on to your assets as we go through this transition. I'll talk to you later.